think of that, L? This is my perfect victory!
You better subscribe or star platinum and your face will get very acquainted.
Alright YouTube, it is Greg with another YouTube video. We are going to continue our characters' stories. Last time our female character got injured, so let's see where that leads out. Hopefully, since we didn't follow Legacy, it doesn't do anything bad. We will find out. Hopefully. Alright, who do we talk to? I guess we talk to Morgan first?
What was that about? I like to show off as much as the next person, but that was embarrassing.
Sorry. I understand why you're upset, but I did my best.
You grew up learning from one of the most talented WWE legends in history, and that's your best? I did a better job teaching myself in my backyard. Don't expect this to blow over with the SmackDown women's locker room. The Raw women are gonna rub this loss in our faces for a long time.
Let's talk to Justine first. I said Justine first.
Did you hear that pop?
What? The sound of my ankle popping or my career imploding?
Oh, how is that ankle? Or more importantly, how's that ego?
Ankle's okay. Ego? That's another story.
You really went for it out there, huh? Didn't hold back?
The WWE Universe knows I'm related to a legend, and I wanted to make my own mark, but I got carried away. Shouldn't have done that.
I've had enough coulda, woulda, shouldas to last me multiple lifetimes. It's not worth your time to live in the past. I wish I was medically cleared to fight. I would have decked Charlotte Flair for you.
What was that you just finished saying about the coulda, woulda, shouldas?
Oh, shush. One of the few perks of having a career-ending injury is getting to ask my niece to do as I say, not as I do. Since I, can't.
Right.
Listen, I don't want to leave if you need to talk, but I got word that WWE management wants to chat before we head out. Something about the buzz online, whatever that means. You okay?
If anyone taught me how to be resilient, it's you. I'm fine. I'll talk to you later.
That's my girl. I'll find you in a bit.
What was that face? Who knows? Alright, let's talk to Molly Holly.
I can't say that was the debut we were hoping for.
I don't know what happened out there. I wanted to make a name for myself based on my own talent.
And you decided to do something showy. Took your eyes off of what was happening and let Charlotte blindside you.
I'm sorry. I won't let it happen again. I got carried away.
You did. Remember, you're here because you're good. And you could be great. I wouldn't have any patience for Justine's brat, no-talent niece. But don't expect everything to come all at once. You could have gone out there and had a solid match, and that would have been enough. Win or lose. But you bit off more than you could chew.
A bit more.
Maybe you're right.
Of course I'm right. I'm a WWE legend. I'll do my best at damage control. You're already off to a rough start with management. They weren't thrilled that you decided against wearing the tribute gear.
Of course.
Although maybe I can spin that, since it wasn't exactly the performance they would have wanted to be associated with Justine's legacy. Actually worked out for the best.
Oh, so it was a good thing, I guess.
Nope. They'll just associate it with little old me. I've already seen the chatter on social media.
Great. You're worried about social media at a time like this? Get your head in the game. I'll see you at SmackDown, and we'll take it from there.
We're going to SmackDown.
But what people forget is that for someone to win, someone else has to lose.
It is better to win, though.
Of course. Actually, speaking of winning, I have a few developments that Ruthless Digressions listeners will be thrilled to hear about.
Oh, care to share with those listeners or your co-host?
Like I told my niece at Survivor Series, patience, Robin, patience.
Patience? Alright, see what happens, oh. Hey, I got pulled into an all-hands-on-deck meeting with the top management. Who knows how long that will go. Get settled, maybe grab some food in the catering, and I'll come find you and get you up to speed. I'm done. Welcome to SmackDown. So I'm in SmackDown. So that whole injury thing... What? That's great. Okay. It's Tom. And... Suck at Tom first. Or her, I guess.
Hey! Welcome to SmackDown.
Thanks. You know, after what Liv said at Survivor Series, I wasn't sure if I'd be getting the warmest welcome today.
Oh, you won't be. But I have a different perspective than the rest of the girls. In fact, I'm actually usually pretty rude to the newbies because, well, I don't want them coming for my SmackDown Women's Championship. But I don't have to worry about you at all.
Okay. Ego.
But I plan on coming for that championship.
Oh my goodness, you're hilarious! After your huge mistake in the Survivor Series match, I know that must have been a joke. I don't have to be rude to you at all. We can be friends.
We can be friends.
I think we're done here.
Alright, hey Tom.
LJ, welcome to SmackDown. How you doing? I'm sorry that Survivor Series didn't go so well.
That's fine.
Yeah, not the debut I was hoping for.
Well, you're here now, and have your whole career ahead of you. Listen, I may just be a cameraman, so I can't help train you, but I've been with WWE long enough that I pride myself on knowing how things work around here. Happy to answer any questions you might have.
Hey, cameraman. Right here.
How do I improve my skills around here?
It's just like the old saying goes, practice makes perfect. The more matches and experience you have in WWE, the better. From there, it's usually up to you to determine how you want to apply what you've learned, whether it's improving your strength, getting better at submissions, or putting more power behind your punches. You get the idea.
You said it's usually up to me what I want to improve?
Sure is. Occasionally, you'll find that certain kinds of matches will benefit you in a more specific sort of way. But if that's the case, you'll know that going in. Sports entertainer insight, I call it.
Okay, cool.
Any other questions? Or anything you'd like me to explain again?
How do I get a match?
How do I get a match?
Well, you'll want to talk to Molly first so she can let you know what management has in mind for you. But generally, I've found that matches in WWE, whether they come from management or not, get booked in one of two ways: talking to people or checking your social media messages.
Checking my social media? So you're saying I shouldn't try to go on a social media hiatus while I'm a WWE superstar?
Definitely not. Even a dinosaur like me relies on that instrument of the devil. If you don't check your social media, both the public feed and your direct messages, you might miss out on opportunities. Not everything there will lead to a match, but it's worth keeping up with what the WWE Universe is up to.
Okay, so check my social media feed and direct messages. Got it. And what did you mean by talking to people?
I mean just that. Aside from being booked by management, you'll find that chatting with other superstars, the crew, or even other backstage visitors can lead to opportunities. Sometimes people might have favors to ask of you, others might have bones to pick. You know how they say it's who you know? That's definitely true in WWE. Who you know and who you talk to.
Okay.
Huh. Seems so easy.
It is. Don't try to put too much on your plate, though. You can always tell somebody who wants a favor no and come back to it later, or diffuse a tense situation. But once you agree to something, you'll need to see it through.
I understand. So take it one thing at a time. That makes sense.
Any other questions? Or anything you'd like me to explain again?
What's good in catering?
What would you recommend in catering?
Honestly, the tofu. Even if you eat meat, give it a try. The seasoning is incredible.
Noted.
Any other questions? Or anything you'd like me to explain again?
Thanks, Tom. I think I have the info I need.
Fantastic. Good luck tonight, LJ. I'm certain I'll see you around soon.
Oh, there's Molly Holly.
So, I know I didn't exactly get the best start, but I've got my head on straight now and I'm ready to go.
That's great to hear.
What do you have for me tonight?
Now here's something that's less great to hear. WWE management thinks that after everything that's happened, we should take a beat before we put the spotlight back on you.
Take a beat.
Don't worry. I took your advice to heart. I'm okay with starting small, out of the spotlight. I'm not expecting to main event right away.
Good, because you won't be. I'm going to level with you. Backstage sentiment is not good right now. You may be a SmackDown superstar, but you've got an uphill battle if you actually want to be on the show.
So, my match tonight is...
non-existent.
Ah. What can I do? I don't want to just sit in catering.
No one does. But this will all blow over. My advice until then? Find some way to make an impact. Be so good in the ring that they can't deny you.
How am I supposed to do that if I can't get a match?
I said I couldn't get you a match on SmackDown. There are other opportunities to wrestle. Actually, I can pull some strings and get you on main event. You'll need to find an opponent, though. Most of the roster is pretty busy with commitments on SmackDown, and I don't have time to play matchmaker.
Pretty busy or pretty mad at me, from the sound of it.
Yeah, I may have heard those rumblings. Although, have you met Ava Moreno yet?
Who?
She's pretty new to SmackDown too, and also would have something to gain with a good showing on main event.
We've met. I'm not sure she wants to work with me.
Yeah, she
Neither
definitely
of you
does
have to
not.
work with anyone. You just have to show up and fight each other. Get her to agree to that, and I'll set up the match. If there's some sort of beef between you two, lean into it. No one said the match had to be friendly.
Oh, here she is.
Well, if it isn't little Justine. I would say I'm sorry how your big debut turned out, but I don't like to lie. What do you want?
What do I want? I just feel like maybe we got off on the wrong foot at Survivor Series. Tensions were high. I probably unintentionally insulted you. I just want to make amends. I bet we have more in common than you think. Needs, goals, that sort of thing.
You must really need something.
I was hoping we could help each other. Molly says she can get me a match on main event if I can find an opponent. After everything you said at Survivor Series, I thought of you. Are you interested?
Sure.
Great. That was actually easier than I thought.
Oh, but let me be clear. I want a match on main event, but not one against you. I want to make an impact here in WWE and make my matches count. It doesn't help me at all to defeat some jobber.
What did you just call me?
If I wasn't perfectly clear at Survivor Series, I like people who've come up the right way and paid their dues. Not nieces who get handed special treatment because of what family they're a part of. And if that wasn't enough, I certainly don't like you after you proved me right and made a mess of things.
Regardless of what you think of me, I don't see how just sitting around and complaining is going to change anything.
I know as well as you do that no one else in the locker room is gonna help you. You want a match with me? Prove that you have what it takes when you have to work for an opportunity. Pay some dues and stop waltzing around expecting special treatment.
I don't waltz.
We can agree to disagree, LJ.
She does not like me. What the fuck? I'd be watching SmackDown tonight. Break all the legs. Perfectly the competitors. About that. They're not booking me on the show. I think management has it for me. Didn't you tell me to be careful on Molly? I did, and I stand by that. But are you sure it doesn't have more to do with this first series? Even I had to work myself from the out of the doghouse more than one time before. Maybe just worry about getting back in the good graces. You've never been one to back down from a challenge. So what's the plan? Guess I'm gonna try to get a match on the main event. See, I know you already had one. You forget that I know you're smart, talented, and capable of navigating the WWE machine. No one said it's going to be easy. Molly Holly's a two-time WWE Women's Championship, one-time Hardcore Champion, and WWE Hall of Fame. He debuted in a ballot at WCW before coming to WWE. In 2000, after retirement, Holly was known to be extremely supportive of other female wrestlers, a fact that Justine finds very surprising given their history. Okay, here's Molly Holly. Let's talk to her one more time, see what happens.
What do you want? I told you my terms. Doesn't seem like you've paid any dues at all.
Okay, so that I was wasting time. Alright, let's talk to her.
Hey, what's up? I was actually hoping to see you around here.
You were?
Yeah, I loved watching old clips of your aunt on the network when I was growing up. but it was so cool when you debuted at Survivor Series and made it your own. I'm all about that.
Uh-huh.
Would have been cooler to win. What are you doing at SmackDown? NXT 2.0 doesn't take up enough of your time?
Just doing some photo shoots and a little press. Honestly, it's been nice to be backstage at a show where I don't have to keep a lookout for toxic attraction. Not that I can't stand up for myself, but it's exhausting.
Want some help?
If you're offering, yeah. Honestly, I think they're just jealous. They may be hot and talented, but they could never do what I do. For one, they'd fall off the skateboard. You don't mind coming to NXT 2.0?
Not at all. It's not like I'm spread too thin with all my matches on SmackDown.
Story, whatever. This is the story, confirmation prompt. It will give you relevant information on the story, such as the rewards gained on completion. You always have the option to confirm or back out of a story through its prompt. If you decide to confirm, you will be locked into a story and can no longer take on other stories until you finish the current run. If you feel like you want to explore a little more or customize your WWE Superstar, you can always select to plan the story and come back to it later as long as you've not passed through story gate. Confirm story. You know what? Let's do it. Looks like we're going to NXT 2.0.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, from New York, Sweetness. And her partner from Chicago, Illinois, Cora Jade.
Alright, sorry about that. Oh. Weird cut. I put the intro for my character in the tag partner, but it might, I don't know, get copyrighted, so if it does, it does. I don't think it will though, but it might. We're in NXT. I don't know if like we're in NXT, but we'll see after this match. It stows me out of the ring. So we gotta win the match by pinfall. Just make sure they can't tag. I did not mean to pin. I think I pinned an accident. Yeah, it was a total accident. Why is my character in the animation for so long? I think she just reversed. My signature? No. What the fuck? I pressed the signature button. Does it... Do we have to play it as our character, or can we hot tag who plays the other one? This is with. We get our finisher off before she gets back up. And she kicked out. Let's finish her one more time. Knock her out of the ring again. There's no announcers. Alright. There's no way you got lucky again. How do you drag people? Oh, well. Back in that ring. Get off me. There we go.
Here are your winners, Sweetness and Cora Jade.
Oh, that was it. Sami Zayn. See what he has to say.
I hear the powers that be are conspiring to keep you off of SmackDown.
I wouldn't agree with that.
I don't think I would say anyone is conspiring against me, but I am trying to prove myself to get a match.
Didn't we just beat this dude for
You
his
call
title?
it proving yourself. I call it fighting the powers of the malicious arms of WWE management. A power I have been a victim of many times before. Hang in there. Us persecuted need to stick together.
Thanks, I think.
Wait, let's see if she said anything about that match. Hang on.
I respect the effort. But it's gonna take a little bit more than that to get a match with me, LJ.
Oh, okay, at least she's not saying anything at all.
That's right. I am Kira.